there is one item in leadership that attracts professionals or rock stars.
Okay.
And that's a growth mindset leader. And I have talked about this quite a bit versus a fixed mindset leader. So growth mindset, again, talking about the attraction engine, your brand,
Uh-huh.
are the continuous improvement. That aligns with a leader who has a growth mindset. If a leader has a fixed mindset and this rock star is seeing that the tone at the top is fixed, the attraction's not going to be there. So
Got it.
maybe thinking through, like maybe asking a question, are you a growth mindset leader or fixed mindset
Mm-hmm.
within this? Like, let's be real with yourself. Are you this or that? Because if you're this, it's going to be very hard. Growth,
Okay.
that's the attraction. That's the brand that they're attracted to. Growth mindset.
Okay. Good.
And that's a good one. I wasn't even thinking about that until now. It's really, really important, actually.
Okay.
Very. Because it's a trickle down effect. If the tone at the top has a fixed, they're not going to be able to grow as fast. They're not going to be able to have more challenge. And that's something they thrive in.
Can you think of examples from rock stars that you've recruited who gave feedback about the growth versus fixed mindset of companies that either you recruited them to or that they were leaving? Maybe they didn't use this exact terminology of growth versus fixed, but I'm thinking here it'd be nice to get a little moment of
Hmm.
dialogue. Like, hey, like Rita, thanks for connecting me with these people. The CEO really believes in X, and whereas my old
Yeah.
boss believes in Y. I don't want to put words in your mouth directly, but
Yes,
something
yes.
like that, you know.
We talked about this one story, I believe, in our last interview, possibly. CFO had a very growth mindset, and although this person didn't have all the skills that she was looking for, she allowed this person to grow into the role and to excel in the role while they're learning to achieve the
Mm,
next level. If she had a fixed mindset, that would have never happened. So the candidate, the professional initially felt capped in his other job. And maybe
okay.
the leader, there were no opportunities to get fast tracked at this other role.
Yeah.
And the ability to get exposure to certain areas. This area was more financial planning and analysis.
Hmm. Okay.
But when he joined this company, Growth Mindset CFO, he was basically allowed permission to use his potential in a new area, exceeded expectations, reached the next level in a very short period of time, about a year and a half, achieved director level
Okay.
because she had a growth mindset about the potential of a rock star who does not tick off all those boxes like we discussed before.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's
But
great.
that's a
And we
really,
can,
really powerful one that I saw.
yeah,
And it changed
great.
the whole trajectory of his career.
Of course. Yeah.
That's transformation in a career because
All right.
many leaders fall within the fixed. Every organization has room for improvement in their recruiting process, is what I've seen with 15 years of being in the industry now. On the hiring side, now recruiting, it's there's always room.
That's
One
it.
one incremental change, believe it or not, I've seen have a huge positive ROI. Majority of the time, they do not know there's a problem. Leaders don't know that there's a problem within their recruiting process until they start digging in and asking questions. For example, I had a story I wanted to tell you about I know we're getting into this in the outline. I spoke to a partner of a top 10 public accounting firm right
Hmm.
underneath the big four. And when I spoke to him, and he was telling me about his pain point of their talent is just not the best right now. They're having challenges attracting the right talent to their organization. They're hiring a lot of low performers. That's not what they want to continue to do. And I just posed the question about messaging.
Hmm.
When I posed the question, it got him thinking. Okay, it actually, no, it didn't just get him thinking, it got him to take action. He went to HR the, the next day
Okay.
and
Well,
said, can you tell me how you're reaching out to these people? I know we're getting, but I want to make sure that that one is really, really emphasized. This
yeah, we
person
can.
didn't just think about it, they took action because they felt oh my God, I didn't even think about this. Now I have to do my diligence. What is
Okay.
going on with our HR team?
I mean, like, how should a recruiter for company recruiting handle that? Like, how do you kind of simplify your messaging and zero in on the thing that's going to
Oof.
resonate?
First, you have to have a benchmark that's just out there. There has to,
Okay.
and this is something I thought about too. So it's in my notes. When you're simplifying your messaging, what's the best benchmark you can have that applies to most high performers if you have that high performance environment?
Okay.
But then when you have individual interactions and when you're learning more about what drives them, what motivates them, how they want to continue to succeed in their career and in their life, now you're pivoting this benchmark to that person. So for example, I actually wrote this down. Let's say your company offers the ability to be fast tracked to the next level without hitting a 10-year mark, going back to that other example. And
Hmm.
you also offer a very competitive equity award or a very competitive bonus structure.
Hmm.
But this rock star cares more about getting to the next level versus the financial piece.
Okay.
If you keep emphasizing the financial piece, it's almost like repelling them. That's not in alignment with
Right.
what is most important to them. And I've seen this actually happen too. The company automatically thinks that their bonus is going to be more attractive than anything else, or their equity plan, their equity award, especially startups. They think, oh my God, our equity award's amazing. No, they're not just looking for the financial piece. And that's the difference between a true rock star and
Hmm.
the average. True rock stars, they of course want to be competitively compensated. But if
Hmm.
the growth opportunity is not there and it's not emphasized, they're not going to feel as connected.
Okay.
So pivot, have that strong benchmark in your messaging, and then pivot for individual interactions as you get to know the person.
What are some kind of specific elements of growth that rock stars look for? I mean, I can
Mhm.
surmise, but what have you seen? Like, what really makes them tick?
Challenge in their day to day. They don't
Okay.
want the same mundane items. They get
Okay.
bored. They need
Yeah.
some type of challenge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they want to be able to pivot in the organization, not get stuck in the one role they got hired for. Not just an increase in responsibilities at times or different responsibilities, but also, is there an opportunity to pivot and leverage their skill set in a different area?
Yeah.
That is really attractive to a rock star, that they have some options, and that helps with retention as well.